welcome to my channel. My name's Natalie and I've recently lost over £30 following Slim World. This is another what I eat in a day video. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please give it a like and feel free to subscribe to my channel. So this morning I've got up and I've done a yoga retreat workout. This is still following the 14-day trial I've been doing with Beachbody through a coach called Charlie Lou Fitness on Instagram. Check her out if you are interested in looking into that. I've been trying all different kinds of workouts and I've really enjoyed it. I'm not someone who exercises a lot. Since having my son, the only thing I've been doing is some walking. That's it. And throughout this weight loss, I've just been doing walking, and not even every day, maybe a few times a week. Before lockdown, I used to do one longer walk on a Friday, maybe 2 Fridays a month. Yeah, that's all I've been doing. But I'm actually really enjoying doing these new workouts and just trying something new. I think in this lockdown, so many things are just staying the same. We don't even get to like go out and try different food at different restaurants or anything like that. So it's nice to just do something new. And yeah, and as I've got more time on my hands, as I'm on furlough at the moment, I'm using that as an opportunity to try and develop a new habit, and hopefully when I go back to work I can still fit those workouts in where I can. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. This morning I've had a coffee. It was just an instant coffee, but I put a Tassimo creamer in it. I think I might have another one today in a minute, and I'm just going to make my breakfast. I'm trying out filming from a different angle, so I hope this works out better. I've had a shower since doing my yoga. That's why my hair's a bit wet and a bit messy, so sorry about that. Yeah, just put on a bit of light makeup. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get ready. Well, I'm ready, but I'm just gonna make some porridge this morning. That's what I fancy. Some chocolate porridge, Slim World friendly one. So I'll just show you how I make that, and I'm gonna have my coffee. So I'm just going to measure out 40 grams of these just traditional porridge oats. I fancy some frozen berries this morning. We've actually run out of fruit at the moment. Well, we've got pears and apples, but we've run out of fresh berries, and we weren't able to get bananas this week on our shopping. So yeah, so I'm going to put some frozen berries in there. So this is my 40 grams. It's important to measure out your cereal, because it's so easy just to keep putting it in a bowl and you don't realise how much you're having. When I started Slim World, I was a bit shocked about how much a portion is, because I realised I was easily probably having triple that, and I didn't necessarily need it to feel full. It's just out of habit. I'm going to put in 6 grams of this Options Belgian hot chocolate now. That's half a syn. Or no, it's 1 syn, sorry. For 11 grams it's 2 syns, so I'm using half of that, so it's 1 syn. Again, this is something I measure out. I wouldn't be able to guess just by looking at it what 6 grams is. So I've measured it out using my sorter scales. I always tag these in my videos below, and because these are such a Slim World essential, I just use mine every day, whether it's measuring out cereal, cheese, all sorts of things. I just find they're such an essential if you're following Slim World. So I'm just putting my hot water in now. So I'm just going to measure out my soy milk. This is the Asda unsweetened soy milk. I generally put in about 100 mils when I'm having porridge, because I put in water as well to melt the hot chocolate powder. So Yep, that's my 100 meals. It's really important to measure out your milk and slim well, because again, it's not easy to guess, and you don't want to be over having your allowances, because that can affect your loss if you're intentionally losing weight. So this is how much hot water I've put in. My milk's gone in now. And I'm going to put this in the microwave. I give it 2 minutes. I find that it doesn't all pour out. Yeah, but I'm not sure what wattage my microwave's on. These are the summer fruits I'm going to add in on the top. I find they just melt with the porridge. So, and if it cools the porridge down a bit, I just put it in the microwave again for like a minute or 30 seconds. Yeah. I think I'm going to just pop these in for the last 30 seconds actually. So I've just paused this and I'm going to put it back in the microwave for just for the remaining 30 seconds. You aren't supposed to heat up fruit or like basically boiled fruit and things is syns, but I believe this will just be defrosting it. It won't actually be causing it to break down. So yeah, I don't think there's a problem with doing this. Yeah. So I've mixed it in and given it a further 30 seconds, and that's done the trick, I think. So I'm looking forward to having this. All the berries are speed, and I believe I've put in quite enough to be a third. But the more you put in, the better. Yeah, so this is my healthy, nutritious breakfast. So I'm just making a coffee now. I often use this decaf coffee from Aldi, so that's what I'm having this morning. I've already had a caffeinated one first thing, but I don't really have a lot of caffeine. I find that I get the shakes. So I'm just going to put some hot water in this, and then I'm going to add my creamer from my Tassimo machine. So this is the type of creamer I'm using. It's a Tassimo one. These are only 1.5 syns for one of these capsules. The reason I've switched to these lately rather than having normal milk is because I've been struggling to get my lactose-free milk, and I'm lactose intolerant, so the soy milk doesn't mix very well in coffee, so I've been switching to having these. Just made my son some porridge as well, so it's a porridge morning for us both. I've got my juice ready for the day. Already had some of that with my workout. I just used an old Robinson's bottle so that I know this is 1 litre, and sometimes if I go for a walk I can just chuck this in the bottom of the bag. I've tried various drinks bottles, but I always find they leak, so that's why I just use these now. But my husband moans at me, so he says it doesn't look that nice, but I just can't be doing with bottles leaking. But if you found a good drinks bottle that doesn't leak, then let me know, because I'm always looking out for those, something that's going to help me and make sure I have enough liquid in the day. Right, that's my coffee done. Hi everyone, I'm just having a cup of tea. At the minute I've measured out 50 mils of soy milk in that today. I haven't had anything else since breakfast. Now it's getting to about 10:30. I've just been looking through some recipe books I've got here, getting some ideas for some future videos, and just wanting to try some different recipes, especially now I've got more time on my hands, now that I'm on furlough right now. So yeah, this cookbook I found really great, especially since being married and since living with my husband. Often I thought, oh gosh, like what am I going to cook tonight? Need some different ideas. So this is the Student Cookbook. I bought it even when I wasn't a student, because I thought that Oh, I want some simple meal ideas which are not using random ingredients I've never heard of that I can't find in the supermarket. So I thought, oh, perhaps I'll look at a student cookbook because that should be simple. Because initially when I got married, I couldn't cook very well at all. Like I mentioned on my rice video, my sister-in-law gave me some basic cooking lessons kind of thing to help me be able to be more confident in cooking, which I'm so grateful for. So yeah, I found this student cookbook really good. I think it was about £3 at the time on Amazon. I'm not sure how much it is now. I'll look it up and put the link below if I can find it. But it's got loads of really simple recipes in there. I'll mention a few. So you've got stir-fried vegetable rice, chicken curry in a hurry, frying pan pizza. There's all sorts in here. 5 spice glazed chicken. There's so many different ones. There's a sausage and bean casserole. I've made that quite a few times from here. What else is there? Different salad ideas. There's different breakfast ideas of healthy muesli ideas. Hang on a second. So yeah, there's loads of different ideas in here. There's a great cookie recipe as well, but that's not Simwell friendly. But you can easily tweak these recipes to make them Simwell friendly. So also in this book there is cocktail recipes at the back, as it is aimed at students. But yeah, that's another add-on in this book. I would love to try this sometime. Chocolate marshmallow tort, I think that's how you say it. But that's not Simwell friendly, but there is lots of great dinner ideas in here. I've just been looking through, making a list of some other ones that I want to try out, especially as recently I bought pork for a change, which I don't normally buy, so looking at things I can make with that as something different. Also, I've been looking at this book, Two Chubby Cubs, the cookbook. I heard a lot of good things about this from Slim Welders, and so my mum got me this for my birthday. And I haven't actually made anything from it yet, so I was looking through today and I found a recipe that I want to make tonight, as we're going to be cooking up a load of chicken breast to put in the fridge. This one is what I want to make tonight. Stuffed Yorkshire pudding wraps. I love roast dinners, and I thought, oh, I love Yorkshire puddings, but now I don't often have them because it's using up syns, and I tend to keep my syns for sweet things. But yeah, so I'm going to give that a try tonight. The recipe is for 2, but I'll probably just make 1 wrap for myself unless my husband wants it. And I've worked out that works out, I think, 2.5 syns for the 1 Yorkshire pudding wrap. And normally, if I do have Yorkshire puddings, I get these small ones from Aldi. This was pre-lockdown, and they're like 2.5 syns just for 1 small one. So I think you'll get more making it yourself. So that's what I'm going to have a go at doing tonight. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Probably going to have the last of my pea soup today with a bread roll. Yeah, so that's not all that exciting. But yeah, it's nice to try a new recipe tonight. And hopefully that'll turn out well. So yeah, I've just been planning some more recipes to try at the moment. Today, brainstorming. I've got a Tesco order coming on Sunday, so I want to plan out what ingredients I will buy for the coming week. And I also want to try giving quark a go, because I haven't actually bought quark and tried it. And a few weeks ago on one of our virtual Slimwell groups, they were talking about all the different things you can do with quark, and it was great. So I've put 3 on the shopping, and I'm gonna give that a go. Like savoury options, sweet options, yeah. So that's something I'm gonna do. So it's 11:20. I'm feeling a bit chilly, so I've made myself a rooibos herbal tea. Herbal teas are free on Slimming World. Yeah, my husband loves drinking this flavour, so I've nicked one of those. because I don't fancy more milk right now, so I thought that's a good option. And I'm having a salted caramel hi-fi bar. To me, these taste a bit like popcorny, but I'm not a big fan of popcorn, so I'm not sure that I'd get this flavour again. But if you like popcorn, then you'll really like this flavoured hi-fi bar. Today for lunch, I've got a gigantic portion of pea soup, but it wouldn't have really made 2 portions what was left, so that's why I've got quite a big bowl. I've got this 60-gram brown roll as one of my healthy beef, and I'm having a Diet Pepsi with it as well. We've had to take the cover off our table because my son keeps pulling it now he's climbing up the furniture. So yeah, I should really portion out my pea soup in smaller pots so that they're more even portions. Next time I'll probably do that. But yeah, I just tend to put it in one big Tupperware tub in the fridge and then scoop out my portion each time. But perhaps next time I'll portion it out better. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having this. I do love this pea soup. This is one that I have made a few times. So we just woke up from a little afternoon nap. My son had a nap, so I thought I might catch up on a bit of sleep too as I got up so early. I just had a Miller Lite and he had a little yoghurt, so yeah, but I still feel like a bit more of a treat. So I'm having this Fibre One birthday cake square bar, which is only 4 syns, which is quite good. I do love a bit of cake, so this is a lower syn version, and a cup of tea. Right, tonight I'm cooking this stuffed Yorkshire pudding wrap, so I'm just going to make the Yorkshire pudding wrap now. So the first thing it says is spray some olive oil, fry light type spray on a tin, a circular cake tin. So I've got this one, I hope it'll be big enough, but this is all I've got, so I'm going to go with that. I'm going to spray oil on it and put that in the oven now to get nice and hot. Now the recipe makes 2, but I'm just going to make 1, so I'm halving the ingredients. So I'm going to use 1 egg, and I'm going to use 15 grams of plain flour, and it says a little sprinkle of garlic and a pinch of salt. So I'm going to first measure out the flour, add in the egg, pinch of garlic, pinch of salt, and I'm going to use my little hot chocolate whisk to whisk it all together. This is the mixture. I'm just going to use the whisk now. So this is 16 grams, but that'll be fine for me. I actually use my little milk frother to mix this, as I don't have a hand blender. So I'm just going to put this into the case thingy now in the oven. And it says it should take 5 minutes. I've just poured this in the oiled case, and this is going straight back in the oven now. 5 minutes. I'm just going to put these new potatoes in the air fryer to make little roasted new potatoes. They've had 4 minutes in the microwave. I've just realised that I forgot to add the milk to the batter for the Yorkshire pudding, so I kept thinking it was a bit thick. So I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, so it's been a bit of a fail, but yeah, we'll see how it turns out. So yeah, but you're supposed to add 75 ml of milk for 2, so I'd half that to be about 40 ml. So yeah, it's not a great deal, but I was supposed to add that, but hopefully it will still turn out not too bad, and hopefully it'll be edible. So this has got all stuck to the bottom, so I think I'm going to have to do it again, and I'll add in the milk now. So I'm going to redo that. So this is take 2, so I've got 15 grams of plain flour. I've measured out 40 ml of unsweetened soy milk. I've got 1 egg, which I'm going to scramble and then add to my flour and milk mixture. Right, so this is the actual correct mixture now. I've added a pinch of garlic powder and a bit of table salt. I'm just going to mix this all together now, and I'll use my milk frother again to get air into it. So this is a mixture which has been frothed from my milk frother. I'm going to put it in the oven tin now. Second time lucky. It's actually worked out this time, but what I would say is just before the end, flip it over so it doesn't stick to the pan and re-spray it with fry light, and then that toasts it off that last bit before it sticks. If you let it cook too much, it ends up sticking to the pan. I've got some peas and carrots here, broccoli, some chicken, and I've got a rosemary and red onion Linda McCartney sausage, which basically tastes like stuffing, which is free. So yeah, I'm gonna put all these bits in there, and I've got lots of roasted new potatoes out of the air fryer, which I'm probably going to put on the side, and I might make a little bit of gravy. These are my quite very toasted new potatoes tonight. I've just made up some gravy. I only use 1.5 tablespoons of the gravy granules. These are just ones from Aldi. I'm never sure how to sin these because it all goes on like mils, but then I put more water in than I do tablespoons, because on the packet it says 4 tablespoons to 280 mils, whereas I've only put 1.5 tablespoons, but I've put in 200 mils of water. So I always find gravy is very difficult to sin, so tonight I'm just not going to sin it, to be honest. But if you are losing weight, you're supposed to sin it. But I think Slim World should make it easier. It would be better if they could actually say the sins per grams of granules. That would be far easier, rather than it being made up in water, because people like it of different thicknesses, so I don't think that really works. So yeah, so that's my take on it. Wow, how epic does this look now? I have fully stuffed my Yorkshire pudding for sure. Look at all this. It doesn't even all fit in. I don't know how you're supposed to wrap it, but I'm just going to have mine on top. I'm going to add my gravy in a minute. So I've got broccoli on there, peas, carrots. I've got 1 Linda McCartney sausage cut in half, which is like stuffing, which is free. And I've got my chicken breast, which is free. I've got here loads of new potatoes, broccoli, and still some leftover chicken that didn't fit in there. So yeah, this is an epic dinner. I'm going to put my gravy on top. And yeah, have this with some sugar-free squash, which is free. Lumpy gravy alert. I've stopped it before the lumps are coming out, but there's still a few there, so I haven't even used all of that gravy that I made. But yeah. So I'm ending the day on 19 sins. It's been a wonderful day of food. I've enjoyed everything I've eaten today, especially that Yorkshire pudding. I'll definitely be making that again. Hope you're all well. Stay safe, everyone.